Hello everybody, Aiden Tusky welcoming you to the Student Rec Complex at Conestoga College's Dune campus, where we have the home opener as the Niagara Knights have ventured in to the Condors Nest to take on the Condors. A lot of new faces for this Condors team as they take on the 1-0 Knights. Let's get into the starting lineup.
And now,
There's a look at our starting lineup. It will be Kylie Namsu, Serena Grant, and Madison Forrest starting up front. In the backcourt, it will be Welmers, Marchetti, and Lago, with Babic being the libero for the Condors. The atmosphere is electric for these players as they get set for their home opener. Players get set to come on. They are ready. Starting players for the Niagara Knights will be Tess Kelly, Montana Taylor, Abby Gooder, Kylie Baxter, Sam Cormier. Libero will be Emily Delohe, and Natalie Little will be the other outside hitter. We are set to go. This is the first season for Matthew Schnarr at the helm of the Condors. He brings a lot of experience, extensive knowledge, and a fresh perspective to this team. So wishing him the best of luck, as well as the Condors in his first season as head coach. We are set to go. First one up and into the net. It's going to be the first service error committed there by Baxter. Conestoga jumps ahead 1-0 in set number one. And now Marchetti set to serve for the Condors. A good looking serve. That one sent over the block. Nicely received by Lago. Going for a softer attack there was number 14, Madison Forrest. Conestoga doing a very good job this season on the defensive side of the ball. That one hit off the fingertips. Conestoga gets the point. Another good serve from Marchetti. Nicely dug out by Babbage, kept alive. And a net violation going to be called, point going the Condors' way. Marchetti had a very good preseason as she continued to smash the ball with tremendous fours from the service line. Racked up 19 in one match. Quick conversations between the officials. The officials for tonight's game will be Brian Emmett. Well, Kelvin Yee is down. The lines are manned by Madison Coolman and Doga Memes. Marchetti continued her reign of terror on opponents as she smashed 16 kills on 31 attacks while adding 2 aces and 2 blocks. As that one just a bit too far. Sam Cormier now to serve here for the Knights. She racked up 4 aces in the match while blocking 3 in the 3-0 win against the Royals last weekend. That one will find the net. Conestoga off and rolling early on. Last season, Conestoga averaged 2.85 aces per set. We're very good from behind the line. That one blocked. And that one will get down on the Condors side. It will be a point for the Knights. Kills for Montana Taylor last season, led the team. Also had 157 points with 33 aces. Had a little bit of trouble early on in the serve department for the Knights. Conestoga up 5-2. Namstu with a good serve in her second year with the team. Nicely dug out there by Forrest. Putting it over, and that one just a bit wide. Good looking serve from Little. Going over to Forrest. And she just misses a bit wide. That one hitting up top of the net and going back over the Knights mountain attack. Keeping it alive. Nice play there. Namtu. Big swing. And that one will be blocked. Big swing there for Madison Welmers. Quick look at the block here. That one just gets over, is recovered by Conestoga. Big swing from Welmers. And it looks like it's going to be blocked there from Tess Kelly. Little free ball here as that one just bumped over by Marchetti. Marchetti with a big swing. That one skied towards the roof. Now an attack. And that one out of play. Good eyes by Marchetti to let it go. Marchetti had 146 points last season to lead the led the OCAA in aces per set with 109. Now stepping back to serve for the Condors is going to be Madison Forrest. That one off the hands there of Namstu. All tied up 6 apiece here in set number 1. This season, the Knights are averaging 10.67 kills per set while having a hitting percentage of .348. Good offensive numbers thus far for Niagara, looking to continue that here. Tess Kelly back to serve. Low serve dug out nicely, and a big swing from Welmers. Going over onto Conestoga mounts an attack. That one off the fingertip. Good swing there. Another nice swing from Marchetti. She picks up her first kill of the match. Let's take a look at that one. Nice big swing off the fingertips there of Gooder, and it will fall. Lago keeps it alive. Bit of trouble, and it gets back over. Battle at the net. Conestoga mounts an attack, and that one just a little bit of a miss hit. In that win for the Royals last weekend, Gooder led the team with 8 kills, while Taylor led the team in assists with 22. Lago, another nice set, big swing, and that one falls. Kill there for Serena Grant. Lago continues to be fantastic with her pinpoint precision when passing the ball. She totaled 34 aces in the last game, currently 4th in the league. It's a little bit of a trick play. No, looking that one into no man's land. Be a point for the Knights. Big swing. Great job just deadening that ball on the reception from Babbitt. So moving up, man's 2. A little bit of a miscue on that one. That went off the net, dug out by Marchetti. Tough ball here. Going to be a free ball for Conestoga. Going back to Marchetti. And she's able to secure the kill and getting the point for Conestoga. Keeping things up 9-9. A very close first set. The Marchetti's second kill of the match. Another big swing there from number 17. A good block, but it will fall out of play. Back and forth, we continue to go. Cormier back to serve for the Knights. That one leaking back over. Lago keeping alive, and I believe a net violation is going to be called there on Lago. She tried to keep it alive for the Condors. Just getting a hand on it there and not able to get it back was the Knights. Grant now set to serve. A good one in the kitchen a bit there from Baxter. Conestoga looks to mount attack, going back to Marchetti. Racing after it, keeping it alive there was Taylor. Free ball here for the Condors. There's the set. Welmers with the swing. Right in the back court. Perfectly placed there from Welmers. And that one's going to be blocked by Welmers. Back-to-back points for her, and she has Conestoga with the lead. But Welmers immediately get the block and the point award to the Condors as an ace going to be going to Serena Grant. Another nice serve. Grant doing a great job serving for the Condors here in set number 1. That one sent back over and just a bit too far. Grant picks up this first ace for the Condors in this match. Currently with 2 on the season. She adds 1 to her total. Here, Montana Taylor was serving that one, and just a bit too far there for Namtu. Taylor is the setter for this Knights team. Going back to get it was Babbage. We'll get back to that point in a minute as a free ball sent back over. Big swing kept alive by Namtu. Battle at the net, still alive. Welmer sends it over. Welcome back, big swing. And that one just catching the line off the swing from Gooder. Taylor now back to serve again. Led the team last season in assists at the setter position with 331. Threat on multiple fronts. That one sent back over from Svetlana Babic. Big swing. That one hit off of Namtu. Lago comes to set. And hitting it over was Forrest. Going on two and trying to keep it alive was Babic. That one will fall. Last season, Conestoga had a 1-2 punch of Marchetti and Odell was a real problem for opponents. Odell no longer with the team. Marchetti still here and doing what she does best, racking up aces and kills. That one into the net. Conestoga gets a point back, now trails by 1. McIntosh and Lancaster now into the game. Lancaster to serve in her first year with the team. One of the many new faces that we talked about at the top of the broadcast. And that one hit off of Babic and out of play. Be Little's 4th kill out of the match on 11 total attacks. Now it is Natalie Little back to serve. Welmer's off the fingertips. Race for it, and it will fall. Another kill there for Maddie Welmers. A lot of big hitters on this team. As you can see, Welmer swinging with immense force. That one just got too far back. Unable to run it down was the Knights. It's Conestoga now with 15 points. The Knights still leading with 16. That one off the fingertips and will fall. Big swing there again. As I believe Gooder is going to be getting her 2nd kill. Trudel now into the game, tasked with the serve. Now going cross court right to Marchetti, and it is blocked. Getting up and setting it right back there was Gooder. 3-point lead now for Niagara. That one out of play. Good job by the Condors continuing to let it go, not giving it any chase. Welmers now to serve. That one just hitting the top of the net. Gooder now back, has a hitting percentage of .211 on the season. 8 kills on 19 total attacks. As that one is sent over, Conestoga looking to attack, going to Marchetti. It's kept alive by a diving Baxter. Be a free ball here for the Condors. There's a set going back to Marchetti. And that one is blocked. And sending it over on to was Babic. Off the fingertips, kept alive by Babic. And back over and just a bit too wide. 20-16 our score here in set number 1. the set. And just a little bit of a miss hit there for Marquette. Point Knights. Timeout going to be taken here by Matt Schnarr. Take a look at the last game for the Condors. They faced off against the Fanshawe Falcons. Ran into a couple players that got off to a really hot start. Did a great job continuing to battle. Were able to win the second set. Ultimately would drop the match 3-1 in sets. A very resilient group are these girls, continuing to battle, not giving up any free points. Always making teams work for everything as Mashar delivers his message to the players. This season, the Condors team is averaging 9.5 kills per set, 10.5 digs per set, and 2.25 aces per set. A very potent lineup through and through. Players back. We are set to resume. Gooder still serving here for Niagara. Sending it over and putting it over for the free ball there was Grant. That one leaking back over off the fingertips, kept alive by Forrest. And putting it over there was McIntosh. Bit of a low set. Conestoga sends a free ball back the Knights' way. Going over on two, and it will fall in. Continuing to have sneaky attacks do the Knights as they lead now 22-16. Now a little bit in on Bala. She's able to handle it very well. Big swing from Marquette. That one sent long and out of play. Conestoga gets the ball back. Lago coming back into the game, as well as Kylie Nantu. Lago going to be tasked with the serve. Already with 2 aces on the season. That one sent into the net. Be a point here for the Knights as they try to close out set number 1. And back-to-back service errors committed. Condors get the point. And Marquette now back to serve in that game. Before we actually get to that serve, a timeout going to be called there by Steve Stone. In the match against the Falcons, the Condors had 3 players with 2 aces, being Marquette, Grant, and Lago. Welmers picked up 7 kills in the match as well as a block. Conestoga doing a good job here, battling a couple miscues on a couple of hits, seeing if they can correct that, trying to claw back in this first set. As a Go Condors chant emerges from the fans, trying to cheer on their team in this first set. Marchetti to serve. And that one into the net, setting up set point. Senna May now into the game and going to be serving here for the Knights. That one up and into the net. Conestoga not done yet. Althea Rabano now into the game. She's going to be serving for the Condors. Rabano, a graduate from Resurrection, native of Kitchener, her first year with the team. Good looking serve. That one just out. Marchetti watched it all the way and it just went past the back line. And a big block right when you need it. Madison Forrest gets the block. Great play there from the Condors, continuing to battle. Big swing there from Taylor. And Forrest was up to the challenge, sending it right back. 24-21 our score. And that one just hit the top of the net. And it will be the first set going to Niagara, 25-21. At the end of the first set, let's take a look at our leaders. Natalie Little for the visiting Knights, currently leading in kills with 4. Taylor right behind her with 3. There's a tie at the top for the Condors. 2 kills for Welmers and Marchetti. 1 ace in the match so far, that going to Serena Grant. Conestoga continuing to do a good job getting good looks and making the most of their opportunities, really spreading the ball all around the floor, continuing to go right in towards the back court, as well as continuing to go over onto a couple times, maybe going with a little bit more of a soft attack, continuing to have a couple blocks. They currently lead the Knights 2-1 in that department, while also having a few more digs, 15-10. A pretty evenly matched first set. We are going to have the second set momentarily for you.
Hi, how are you? Watch this.
We are back for set number 2 between the Knights and the Condors. Niagara took the first set 25-21 if you are just joining us. Taking the first set will be Forrest for the Condors. And that goes over that, sent right back and blocked, kept alive. Good reactionary play from the Condors. And that one just sneaking in the line as the Knights get the first point. Good job there by Conestoga, not giving up on the play. Was able to get it back over, extending the play. That was sneaking back over Battleford at the net. And now Conestoga sets up an attack. Going over to Marchetti, kept alive nicely on an extended reach from Baxter. Nice diving effort from Babbage. And just not able to get it over there as that one headed towards the net was Marchetti. Set 2 servant now, Sam Cormier. Was 4th in the OCAA last year in the block department, racked up 46 of those. As that one getting back over, a great play from Marchetti. That one off the fingertip, a diving effort, keeping it alive. And sent over. Conestoga continuing to battle as that one just gets in front of Forrest. Cormier had 4 aces in the first match, as we mentioned earlier. That one just a bit too far, unable to get the ace there. Conestoga gets the point. Welmers to serve now for the Condors. Attack, trying to keep alive, heading towards the Condors bunch, and that one will land. Able to get a piece of it there was Forrest. Just sent a bit too far, unable to run it down were the Condors. Big swing, does not touch a fingertip. And that one hit, and it looks like it's going to be an ace there for Taylor. Be the first ace of the match for the Knights. And that one into the net. Lago now back to serve. And it gets over and down for the ace. Lago gets the ace, getting Conestoga right back into it. Free ball now, Conestoga looking to make the most of it, going back to Marchetti. It is blocked, but out of play. Conestoga gets the point. Lago had 9 aces last season, already up to 3 on the year in the second game of the season. That one leaking back over, sent right back, diving effort, keeping it alive there was Little. And that one, I believe, is going to fall. Little back to work as he will serve now for Niagara. Set from Lago, swing from Mueller. Going to the other side of the court, kept alive. Nice play there from Babbage. Big swing, Marchetti received by Taylor. Now a mounting attack. Kept alive, getting it back over. Good reach for Babbage. And Conestoga wins the rally, getting the point. 7-5 our score. Marchetti now to serve. Racked up 70 aces last season. Big swing. And going back over, free ball now for the Knights. And that one off the hand of Babbage. And it'll be a point for the Knights. That's Kelly now to serve for the Knights. 10 aces a year ago. Lago sets, trying to get it over, and winning the battle are the Knights at the net. 9-5 we go. That one into the net. The point for Conestoga off the air. Mueller had a good year last year in the service department as she racked up 22 aces. Got into 6 matches. That one rejected by Welmers, and it will not be returned. Welmers all over that one as she gets her second block of the evening. A laser from Mueller. Off the fingertips, kept alive, and doing a good job getting it back over there was Kylie Namtu. And just past the reach there of Marchetti. 3 points separating these two here in the second set. Now will be Abby Gooder to serve. Tracking it very nicely, and now sending it over was Babbage. Going on two, and that one gets down. McIntosh coming into the game. Ball sent back again, trying to run it down. That one off the net and over. Good job by the Condors, able to get it back. Keeping it alive. Great athletic play from various Condors on that one. Marchetti digs it out. Welmers goes on two, and she gets it! What a point for the Condors, never giving up, and Welmers able to finish it off. Nice, they got all started with Marchetti, and immediately going over right into the soft spot on the Niagara defense. Namtu with a good serve. Big swing, Marchetti digs it out again. The set and the attack from McIntosh. And that one just not actually in. That point going in favor of the Condors. 11-9 our score. Conestoga continuing to battle back here in set number 2, trying to even things up. Last season team averaged 2.85 aces per set. Would love one here, and they get it! Namtu gets the ace. Right on cue. Timeout going to be taken by Niagara as the Condors have come storming back here in the second set. Now only trailing by 1 point. Quick look at the ace. Empty with a bullet right off the hands there of the Lohe. And Conestoga right back to work. Good job, able to rack up the points very quickly, getting right back into this set. There you can see the Niagara Knights benches. Coach Steve Stone delivering his matches currently in his 3rd year at the helm. Last season, Niagara Knights racked up 665 kills as a team with 117 blocks. Had their playoffs cut short by Loyalist in the quarterfinals, 3-1. Namstu back to work, seeing if she can get a second ace, trying to even this one up. 3 aces already for the Condors. Grant and Lago picking up the other 2. Going over McIntosh. And read very nicely by Baxter. Blocked by Welmers. And that one will just sneak in on the back line. Baxter now to serve. Had 17 aces last year. Good 4.31 aces per set. Marchetti was ready for that one. Going to Welmers. And the miss hit works as that one falls just in front of the Niagara's libero. Sometimes it's not about how hard you hit it and exactly the placement of it, as that one worked very well for Welmers. McIntosh to serve. That one deep in the backcourt. Going to Marchetti. Off the hands. And point for the Condors. They even it up. 12-12. Marchetti gets the kill on that one. He now is up to 4. That one leaking back over Welmers. And the point going to be awarded to the Condors. They are rolling here in the second set now with the lead. McIntosh back to work. Second highest on the team in assists last year with 32. Big swing, and that one sent into the stands. Huge swing from Natalie Little. I gotta say, I have a lot of respect for all of these players. I don't think you could ever see me on the floor being able to get in front of the balls. These things are coming very fast. Trudel now back to serve. That one catching the top of the net. Conestoga back in the driver's seat. 14-13 we go. Now Sam Cormier coming in. Welmers getting set to serve. Welmers currently leading the team in kills so far in this match with those 2 key blocks early on in set number 1. And she gets it! Be the 4th ace for the Condors, first for Welmers. As Conestoga's lead grows to 2. Another very close set. Only 1 point separating these two. Montana Taylor back to serve. That one into the net. Back-to-back errors. Conestoga back with possession. Lago currently tied for fourth in the OCAA with assists as she sends that one over. Big swing, keeping it alive, off the net, still alive, and eventually falls on the Conestoga side. Be a point for Niagara. That one just getting over. Lago trying to get it back, and it will be a point here for the Knights. All even 16 apiece. Continue to be a back and forth match here this evening between these two. Neither team willing to give an inch. As Little sends that one over. That ball continued to tail away a little bit from Lago. And Niagara back in the lead. Lago with the set mark. Kelly with the swing. Racing after it's still alive. Free ball now for the Condors. Now going over to Mueller, and she is blocked by Kelly. Be Kelly's first block, Niagara's third. Timeout going to be taken by the Condors. A big block there for Kelly. She had a number of those last season, 21 on the year, finishing third in the team behind Cormier and Taylor. And as we look at the stats, as we are deep into set number 2, 20 kills for the Knights, 11 for the Condors. Bit better hitting percentage also for Niagara. Aces as well as digs in favor of the Condors. Blocks split right down the middle, 3 apiece. Set to resume. Natalie Little to serve. And a free ball sent over by Namtu. Lago with the set. Big stick from Namtu. Good job just getting a hand up was Taylor. Riley starting to set up. Namtu back with it. And that one is going to be called. And it'll be a point here for the Knights. 19-16 our score as Lancaster coming back in. That one a bit too hard, and out Marchetti now to serve. But prior to the serve, it looks like a timeout going to be called again by Niagara. Look there at the Condors bench. Mentioned earlier, Matthew Schnarr in his first year at the head coach position. Tim Caulfield, Jessica Ball, and Celeste Witzel are the assistants, with the team manager being Faith Bauman. A good coaching staff this season for the Condors. A lot of experience there as they are able to guide these players. A lot of just continued growth with this team. You're seeing a lot of new players. They've really gelled together early on in the season. Really amazing to see from the Condors. Players back on 19-17 our score here in set number 2. Niagara up 1-0 as they took the first set 25-21. Marchetti set to serve. Big swing, and now the attack kept alive. And Mueller just sends it over. Good job playing it off the net from Nam2. And Marchetti digs it out. Back and forth we go. Big swing, and that one just a bit wide from Nam2. Jenna Main back into the game as she gets set for the serve. Going back in that one, unable to get over, fighting with the net, and getting it over was Nam2. That one just out. Couple subs being made for Niagara, as it will be Emma Mueller back to serve. Mueller had 1 ace in the game against Fanshawe. That one is up. Sent right to the back, sort of trying to keep it alive, and just a bit too far there for McIntosh. Set to serve now, Abby Gooder. Also going across, kept alive there on a diving play from Delohe. That one out of play. 21-19 our score now. Last season, Conestoga racked up 185 aces as a team. 606 kills, 717 digs, a very potent lineup. Looking to replicate similar numbers here this season. And that one just into the net off of Baxter. Conestoga back within 1. Nam2 with a bullet got right in on Delohe. Still trying to get it over and unable to. Got in a little bit of a fight with the net. Baxter Sipser, she had 68 kills last season. On the left side, big swing off the fingertips, and that one out of play. Trying to track it down there was Little. Conestoga gets the point. Take a quick look here at it. Going over to McIntosh off the fingertips, and that one not being able to be returned by the Knights. Set from Taylor, big swing, blocked, and it's down! I believe Lancaster going to be getting credit for that one. She picks up her first block, could not come at a more timely spot in this one. Going up and sending it right back rejecting Little. Another nice serve, battle for at the net, and that one off of Babbage and out of play. The Knights get the point right back, 23-22. Cormier back to serve now. One kill for her so far this season, along with one error. Set from Lancaster. Marchetti with the swing. And the kill! Marchetti made no mistake on that one. Blistering it right at, I believe that's going to be number 8. Sam Cormier getting the point, tying this one back up at 23 apiece. Rabano now back in. Marchetti just with tremendous force. That one can get on you in a hurry. Not much that could be done with it from Cormier's point of view. That one looks like it's going to be a free ball here for the Condors. Right back to Marchetti. Drifting right back, and it will fall. Marchetti was there if need be, but it never made its way there. Conestoga now on. They are up 24-23. Set point here for the Condors. Rabano set to serve. That going back. And that one too for Conestoga. Evens it up. Another close set. Conestoga winning this one, 25-23, continuing to battle the whole set. Able to come back and make up points very quickly. Able to close that one out. That's now even at 1 apiece. Gonna take a quick break as teams switch sides. We will have more action in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't be leaning over on the baseline there. Now let's take a quick look at some of the highlights from that second set. Nice serve there from Manalago. As we look at the stats, Conestoga with 14 kills, 16 attack errors. Well, we look at the fact they have 4 blocks, currently leading by 1 over the Knights. As well with 4 aces to Niagara's 2. A very close couple of sets here, decided by 4 points or less. The first set being 25-21 for Niagara, 25-23 for the Condors. As Conestoga really showcased their resilience in that second set, continued to battle, never gave up on many plays, made some tough plays, and were able to take the set. As we wrap up a little game of serving Forceway, Conestoga getting ready to come back on. A look at our leaders, Marquetti now with 6 kills, closely followed by Madison Welmers with 5. Welmers having those 2 key blocks still, with Lancaster and Forrest picking up the other 2. Taylor leads the Knights with 7 kills, Little with 6, and Gooder with 4. Players set to come back on. We are ready to go for set number 3, deadlocked, 1 set apiece. Last season, Conestoga finished 5th in the West with a 9-9 record. They were 6-3 here at the Rec Center. Continued to be very good at home. Something about this atmosphere, maybe teams just typically play better at home. They love to have that energy. You can really feel it in this place. Just being able to build on that energy as we get set to go. Abby Gooder will start off with the first serve. That one sneaks back over, block still up, and Babbage sends it over. Going back, Marquetti! And a diving effort there from Little keeps it alive for the Knights. Free ball now for the Condors. And that one is going to be blocked. Niagara gets the first point. It's going back to Marquetti. Tough angle for her, able to get it over. And now a free ball for the Condors. Set from Lancaster, going back to Marquetti. Marquetti with a nice touch on, just a little bit too far to the right, as that one could not get in on the line. 2-0 here. That one catches the net. Conestoga gets their first point off of the air. Lancaster now to serve, curling in her first year with the team. Mainly a setter, she's done a great job of it this season. A little bit of a miscue on that one. And now it is going to be Sam Cormier to serve for Niagara. Cormier had 88 kills last season. Good hitting percentage of 376. As that one is up. Set to Marchetti. And a good play to keep it alive from the backcourt. No good. Now switching sides. And that one is out. Marchetti is set to serve. Quick substitution coming in here. As on that play, it looks like their libero might have been shaken up a little bit. So Welmer's going to come in. Marchetti, big swing. Not going over to Little. Marchetti keeps it alive. Now it goes over. And that one will fall. Haley McIntosh. Another tough angle for the Condors. Great touch there from McIntosh as she's able to get it over, and it will fall. Marchetti back to serve, one of the veteran members of this team. McIntosh, that was her second kill. Now has a hitting percentage of 333. Conestoga going right back to work. That one off the top of the net from Namtu. And coming back in is going to be Svetlana Babic. Can't keep her out of the game for too long. She's right back in for the Condors. And a good look there for McIntosh, continuing to try to dice up this team. Kept alive. Babic able to send it over as that ball was falling quickly. And that one out of play. Good play and a good read from Lancaster, just letting it go. Mueller set to serve, one of the other returning members of this Conestoga team. Currently in her third year with the team. As that one a little bit too much mustard on it, be a point for Niagara. Little with the serve, already 6 kills. 1 ace to her name, as that one is blocked. Try the other side. That one gets over the block. Marchetti right there for it. Now going over for McIntosh. Coming into play nicely was Gooder. Big rally set up here. A couple players converging. That one blocked and out of play. Conestoga wins the rally as they even this one up 5 apiece. What a battle between these two teams to get this point. I'd see Babbitt and Welmers almost collide there. The block was made, but it falls outside of the line. Conestoga able to even this one up. Niagara gets the point right back. 6-5 our score. Kipper set to serve now for the Knights. Had one total attack. Watching that one go is Babbage out of play. And another close set. These two teams really in a battle here this evening. Very close all across the board. Kept alive, and Marchetti sends it over. Also continuing to do a good job trying to keep it alive. That one just a bit too far for Lancaster. Just being able to extend the play really is proving to be a valuable part of the Conestoga game. Seeing if they can set up another attack when maybe the Knights think they're down and out of the play. Doing a great job just being able to go out and get the balls when nobody thinks that they can. That one up and away. Going back to Marchetti. And she gets the kill. Looks like she rotated her wrist a little bit on that one. As sure that there was two people coming for the block there. Was able to put it right in no man's land. You'll see it right here. You see that slight rotation of the wrist, put it exactly where there was nobody to be seen, evening this one up. An excellent play there from Marchetti, as that one got a little bit too far up on her, and Niagara has the lead back. Gooder now to serve again in her fourth year with the Knights, keeping it alive. Babbage, great play. Marchetti with the swing and the kill. What a nice play. Svetlana Babbage able to get her in just under it, keeping it alive. Lancaster with the set, and Marchetti finishes it off right inside of the block of Cormier. As that one goes a bit too far. As back and forth we go again. 9-8 our score in favor of Niagara. Cormier now to serve, already with 2 blocks in this one. That one hitting off the net. Another nice play from Babbage, keeping it alive. Big swing from Marchetti. That one skied. And that one into the net. Miss hit from Gooder. We are back even again. Marchetti thinks with tremendous force, really gets the ball on you in a hurry. That one just missing the line. Perfectly placed. Just a little too much on it. And now St. Catharines, Montana Taylor. Racing after it, keeping it alive. No. As a point going to be awarded to Niagara. The ball was out of bounds. Good effort nonetheless from Conestoga, continuing to do a good job tracking the ball very well. Taylor has 2 aces on the match. Don't have one here. Swing from Nam2. Babbage ready for that one. Now the swing from McIntosh. That one leaking back over. Still alive. Marchetti racing after it. Going to be a free ball as Mueller just sends it over. And that one gets through the block there of Mueller and Nam2. Three-point lead now for Niagara here in set number 3. Taylor continuing to serve. Back up and just volleying it over. And the point is going to be awarded to the Knights. As Marchetti going to be getting an explanation there from Brian Emmett. Quick stoppage in play as a player gets looked at by the training staff. Just looks to be a cut on the finger, nothing a bandage, can't fix. Right back onto the floor now. We are all set to go. Taylor continuing her tenure, serving the ball for the Knights. They're up now by 4. That one is going to be blocked by Kelly. Looks like it's going to be her second of the match. Big swing there from McIntosh. Just getting a hand on it there was number 1 in blue, Tess Kelly. And that will end Taylor's time serving. Conestoga gets the point back. Mueller set to serve. Big swing in that one, sent a bit too far. Back-to-back errors. Timeout is going to be taken here by Matt Schnarr. Another close game, 5 points separating these two. Conestoga has rallied before in this match, seeing if they can do so again in set number 3. Currently 5 blocks for Niagara, 4 for the Condors. Well, aces in favor of the home Conestoga Condors, 4-2-3. A very close game statistically. See which team is able to try to get this third set. It's coming back as we get set to resume set number 3. 15-10 our score. And it's going to be Natalie Little to serve. Trying to run it down. Lancaster keeps it alive for the Condors. And that one going to be quickly sent over by Namtu. That one off the fingertips there, kept alive. And Welmers, still a battle at the net. Conestoga gets it back over right in the backcourt. And a diving effort. Great play from Little, keeping it alive for the Knights as she hit the floor pretty hard. Namtu with a big swing. And it falls just inside the line. Now it is going to be Natalie Little to serve here. Her second year with the team, a Chatham, Ontario native. Already with 1 ace in this one. Go along with 7 kills on 25 attacks. Keeping it alive, and that one sent back over. Good reach there for Lancaster. And the swing and the kill. Taylor and Little combined for 14 kills in this one, 7 apiece. Now going over to McIntosh, and she deposits that one. Haley McIntosh with a big swing and gets Conestoga right back into it, gets the fans into it. What a swing off the hands there of Taylor and out of play. Lago back into the game. Had those 2 aces that we talked about earlier in the match against the Falcons. That one just off the top of the net and will fall on the Condor side. 18-11 our score. As it looks like Charlize Trudel coming back into the game now for the Knights. A big swing, nicely dug out by Babbitt. Now going over there, fresh into the game was Elliott. And that one will fall just in front of Marchetti. 19-11 we go. And Trudel set to serve again. Another big swing sent back over off of the hands of McIntosh. Allen leaking back over, coming to play. It was Elliott Lago with the set. Welmer swings! And just missing a bit wide. Trudel quickly gathers her composure. Now the serve. Elliott plays it. Free ball. That one heading out of play as Kelly watches it go. 21-11 our score now. Timeout going to be taking the second and final timeout for the Condors in this set. One of the main differences we can see here as we take a look at the stat sheet again, as there's been 6 blocks for the Knights, doing a good job of rejecting a couple of these hard Conestoga attacks. One of the main differences there as we get set to resume set number 3. Knights currently have 7 more kills than the Condors, 27-20. Overall, still a very evenly matched here as we get set to resume. Trudel back to serve again for the Knights. Marchetti from the back court. And she gets Conestoga the point. That will be her 9th. What a swing from number 17. Lago sets it, and coming through with tremendous force there was Marchetti, making no mistake, putting that one away. McIntosh to serve. That one blocked. Trying to keep it alive was Babbitt. And that one will head into the Conestoga bench. 22-12 our score. Jenna Maid coming back into the game. Primarily used for serving purposes here this evening. 1 error on her line. Lago sets going over there to Elliott. Elliott gets her first kill of the match as Conestoga tries to cut into the lead. Althea Rubano coming in to serve as we get a look here at the kill from Elliott. Got in the block off the hand of Gooder. Timeout going to be called by Niagara. Marchetti closing in on double-digit kills already with 9. Few blocks here as Welmer's still leading that category with 2. Lancaster and Forrest each with 1. Taylor has now taken over leading kills for Niagara, now with 8 to go along with 17 assists and 2 aces. Conestoga heading back onto the floor. Rabano will be tasked with the serve. Free ball here. Conestoga looks to set up an attack. Going back to Elliott. No dice on that one. That one leaking back over. Kept alive. And it will not be able to get back over as there was 4 touches made. As Niagara tries to close out this third set. Gooder now set to serve. Has 6 kills on 23 attacks. Good for a hitting percentage of 174 with 2 errors to her name. Where's that one over? Going back to Marchetti. And Marchetti with a huge swing. He's got 10. Conestoga gets the point. Let's take a look at this one. Big swing, got right in there on Delohe. What a swing from Marchetti, continuing to pummel the ball. Dangerous combination for her with power and precision. Big swing, kept alive by the Condors. And unable to get it back over. Another battle with the net. Reset point here for the Knights. Cormier with the serve, trying to close it out for Niagara. Set going back to Marchetti. Trying to get there was Gooder, and Taylor sends the free ball over. Right back to Marchetti, and she gets it! Off the hand of Maine, Marchetti was able to secure another point for the Condors as they try to rally back. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Stone. That will be the last timeout of the set. As we get set to look at the replay from the kill from Marchetti. Great set. Big swing. Look at the extension she's able to get. Also the height on the jump. Getting well over the net and putting that one away. Conestoga continuing to rally here. Down by 9, 24-15. Doing a great job at not giving an inch when their backs are against the wall. Is when they are at their best. Continuing to make clean plays. Being able to communicate very efficiently. Seeing if they can try to get this back to an even score. Marchetti with the serve. Still looking for her first ace of the match. Almost got it there. Knocking a player to the ground. That one catches the back line. Looked like it might have been out. Line judge says it's in. And that is going to end the third set. Niagara takes it by a score of 25-15. Well, teams switch sides. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that third set. As we look at the stats recap for the third set, up until this point, I should say, 29-24 kills in favor of Niagara. Conestoga has one more ace than the Knights do, 4-2-3. Well, it remains 6-4 in blocks for the Knights as we get set for this fourth set in about a minute. Overall, continuing to have a back and forth game. Each player's getting their good looks at the ball and being able to make their mark on this game. Overall, just have to see if Conestoga can rally here, cut down a couple bit on the airs, and see if they can put the ball right where they want to, right in the damage zone where it cannot be returned by the Knights. As we take a look at our kill leaders, top three for Niagara, Taylor, Gooder, and Little. Taylor leading with 8, Gooder and Little each with 7. For the Condors, Marchetti leads with 11, Welmers with 5, and Namtu with 3, tied with Haley McIntosh as well. Whistle sounds, players coming back on as the Niagara Knights lead this one 2 sets, 2-1. Conestoga seeing if they can win this one to force a fifth and decisive set 5. All set to go, and it's going to be number 17 in white, Bianca Marchetti, to get things started here. Marchetti in her third year with team from Richmond Hill starts us off with an ace. Starting that one off on the right foot is Marchetti, getting her first ace of the match. Conestoga ahead 1-0. Almost got a second one now and nicked to the top of the net, leaking back over, sent right back. And a net violation is going to be called. Conestoga gets the point. They're rolling early on in the set, quickly up 2-0. The Knights did a good job limiting Marchetti on the service side of the ball, but you can't keep a player of her caliber down for too long. She's able to get her first ace. 2 serves ago, looking for a second. That one a bit low. Cormier now to serve here for the Knights. No aces for her. See if Conestoga can keep it that way. Keeping it alive. And that one over the head of Kelly, who dropped to her knees, was anticipating having to dig it out. That one over her head. It's going to be Emma Mueller now to serve here for the Condors. That one into the net. Looking at the different service styles here, you see some players sort of with a jump serve. Some players remain very flat-footed. Very interesting to see the different approaches that all of these players have to serving. Now it is going to be the fifth year Taylor to serve. And she's going to get the ace. Going to be her team leading third of the match, as this one's back to even, 3 apiece. And back-to-back aces for Taylor. She now has 4. Taylor now with 5 on the year. Conestoga looking to respond, going over to Elliott. And a jumping play by Gooder to keep it alive. That one off the block, kept alive by the Condors, coming to set it. Big swing there from number 14, Forrest. That one punched up. Conestoga sets up, going back to Elliott. That one blocked and sent back there by Little. Also getting in on the play was Shipper. That one out of play. Conestoga back within 1. And now to serve. That one looking good. Got in a bit up on the arm of Little. Free ball here. Kept alive from Marchetti. Going over to Forrest. And a little running play from Little. Now going over to Welmers. Kept alive. That one sent back over. That one leaking. Got in a bit on Namtu. Now going back to Forrest. Both teams in a deadlock. And that one eventually hits the net and falls. Conestoga wins the battle 5-5. Gotta love when two teams get in a sort of rally. Just neither team willing to give an inch. Makes for some great watching of volleyball. We are back. Namtu to serve coming in to play it. There was Gooder. Another nice reception there from Marchetti. Throwing out a right arm and keeping it alive there was Taylor. Now going over to Welmers. And that one will be wide. Little set to serve. As that one bounces in front of Force, it's going to be an ace for Little. That one sent up, received nicely by Marchetti, leaking back over and sent right back by Gooder for the point. Sent back over, and that one will miss. Conestoga gets the point back, now trail by 2. Forrest now to serve. A good look as if having to get very low was below he, and putting that one right in between the Condors there was Gooder. He's now up to 8 kills. Make that 9 kills, excuse me. There's a Shipper now to serve. And a little bit of a miscue as they are able to get it in there for Shipper. That'll be her first ace of the match. Another good-looking serve from Shipper. Sent back over to Marchetti. And I believe a violation is going to be called there by our down judge. The point going to be awarded. Timeout going to be taken here by Matt Narf. Set to serve is Shipper. Going back to Marchetti. And she makes no mistake on that one. Another big swing from Marchetti. She's got a dozen kills. Let's take a look on this one. Nice set there from Lancaster. Right past Shipper. Conestoga gets the point. Now trail 11-7. That one just getting in front of Nam2 off a soft attack. And that one is going to fall for the Knights. 12-5 our score as Tess Kelly back to serve. That one falling right in front of the back line. Kelly going to be getting her first ace of the match. That one hitting off the top of the net, and it falls. Kelly back-to-back aces. Tough luck for the Condors on that one. And back up Lago with the set. Marchetti off the block, gets the kill. Another nice set there from Lago. She now has 12 assists, tie with Lancaster. Perfect set, putting Marchetti right towards the net, and she was able to get the kill, her 13th. Lago now to serve. And a diving effort by Babish, keeping it alive. And quickly volleying it over there was Nam2. Another nice play off the dig from Babish. Now going back to Marchetti. And that one was read very nicely by Gooder. And just sneaking in there. 15-8 our score. Gooder now to serve. Now leading the team with 9 kills. Going back to Marchetti. That one knocks Gooder over, still alive. The Knights send the free ball over. Lago send, Mueller swings. That one blocked. Conestoga resets. Now back to Elliott and blocked again. That one going to be credited to Taylor. Gooder sends that one just a bit wide, point for the Condors. Marchetti back to serve, but maybe a quick tactic here by Cison to try to ice the server as he will call a timeout. (16-9) our score after the timeout. Seeing if Conestoga can rally. Back to work. Marchetti to serve. And trying to get the ace, keeping it alive. And that one is going to be sent over. A little bit of trouble for Niagara. They were able to recover. That one is blocked, kept alive, and now a free ball set up for the Knights. Going back over Little. Point going to be awarded to the Knights, 17-9. Go to serve. Actually, that timeout was called by Matt Schnarr, so he's currently out of timeouts for the rest of this set. Good looking ball, trying to get it alive, and it will not be kept alive by Kelly. Conestoga gets the point. Urbano now back in to serve. Good looking serve, handled nicely by Little. Now going over to Forrest. That one just a bit wide. 8-point lead here for Niagara. Taylor set to serve. Had a good stint earlier in this match. 4 aces to her name to go along with 22 assists, 8 kills, and a .333 hitting percentage. Free ball here sent over by Babbage. Perfect positioning there for Conestoga's libero. Now the attack. And that one will fall. The kill for Elliott. Now it is going to be Lia Elliott to serve for the Condors as they look to mount a comeback here in set number 4. Going over to Forrest, she just volleys it over. And that one off of Welmers and out of play. Another little bit of trickery from the Knights, going over onto a no-look attack at that too. Very deceptive, as they now have an 8-point lead again. 19-11 our score, as Little set to serve. Backcourt shot from Little, and that one catches the back of the line. 20-11 our score. A big swing again from Natalie Little. She's been all over the place here this evening. Real difference maker here for Niagara. That one is going to be blocked by number 6, Larissa Shipper. And the lead grows to 10 for Niagara. Welmers, and that one is going to be blocked as well. I believe Abby Gooder is going to be credited for that one. Back-to-back blocks here for the Knights. Big swing for Welmers, and getting up and blocking it was Gooder. Right back to attack, trying to go on two. There was Lago. That one got right in on Marchetti. She keeps it alive for the Condors. Forrest volleying it over. And that one in for Gooder. She hits another kill to her total. She's now got 10. Two players now for Niagara. Double-digit kills, Gooder and Little each with 10. That one just out for Little on the serve. Conestoga gets the point and will be able to serve. Stepping up to serve will be Madison Forrest. Kelly with the swing. Good job digging it out was Forrest. Now going over to Marchetti. She just punches it over. Now backcourt attack. And a good swing there from Little. Puts that one right where she wanted to. It sets up match point. Jenna Main coming into the game again, set to serve. Now it's sent back to Welmers. Good reception there from Taylor. Free ball now for the Condors. Lago going over to Marchetti. And she gets it. Be 14 kills for her, Conestoga. Welmers is going to be serving here for the Condors. 24-13 our score in set number 4. And the block! Right back into the game. Emma Mueller gets the block. The attack coming from Cormier, rising right up to it and sending it back. There was Mueller. Great block. Conestoga continuing to battle. And a point going to be awarded here to the Condors. A double touch going to be called. Conestoga starting to cook a little bit here in the fourth set. Now 24-15. Racing after it was Taylor. That one blocked, still up, and able to get it back over was Delohi to Marchetti. And Marchetti, my goodness! As she's able to make no mistake on that one, putting another kill up to her tally. Good set from Lago, right off the hand of Taylor. Huge swing for number 17. She has 15 kills on the match, continuing to be an offensive force as Conestoga continues to battle back. 24-16 now, as the timeout is taken by Steve Stone. Will be his first of the set. All set to resume after the timeout. Welmer's still serving for the Condors. Done a very good job so far. That one just over the net. Tough play to try to get back over. Free ball here set up for the Condors. Lago sets going back to Marchetti. And keeping it alive there was Delohi. Off the block, kept alive by the Condors now. Right back to Marchetti. And it was trying to be put right back. That one kept alive. Lago sets. Be a free ball here sent over by Welmers. Good positioning on that one. Kept alive again. A rally forming here as Conestoga tries to stay alive. Kept up. And now it will not be able to get back over as the Knights take a valiant effort from the Condors in that fourth set. But the Knights win it 25-16. They take it 3-1 in sets. That does it for the match. Once again, Niagara closing this one out. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to have a post-game interview in a couple minutes after the players shake hands. Hey, Matt. Could I have Bianca for a post-game interview?
No, get Tiz.
Tiz?
Tiz!
No, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, he gave you. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Wait, sorry, say it again?
It's a back and forth match all night. What gave Niagara like,
Okay.
and then it's something you have to do for your next.
Oh, fuck, I gotta think. Okay, yeah, sure, well. Where am I talking?
All right, I'm here with Svetlana Babic. It was a back and forth game all night. What gave Niagara the edge in this one?
I think honestly our team just got in our head a little bit. We were playing ourselves. We beat ourselves, unforced errors and all that. Yeah.
And then what is something your team has to do and can work on to overcome the early season struggles to get ready for their next match?
I think we just gotta come out stronger, play as a team. Like we did not play as a team today. We gotta talk more. Gotta play our own game.
All right, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. That does it for us here on the Student Rec Complex. Niagara was able to take this one 3-1. Stay tuned for our next game. This is Dave Chukowski saying we will see you next time.
I think I'm a very motivated person and I'm also very competitive, like with sports and outside of sports too, like in school or whatever it is. I think I would say that defines me. I'm very determined.
It definitely wasn't the outcome we wanted. However, we fought every point. There was not a point that we didn't have bodies flying around trying to get a ball up, and we never, ever once gave up.
My name's Kylie Nemtu. I go to Conestoga College and I take the pre-health science program, and I'm on the women's volleyball team. I chose Conestoga because when Kelly was recruiting me, he was very adamant about me coming here. Kind of showed me that I'm wanted here and there's a community here that would welcome me. I think that was a really big part of it. I was actually committed to another school, and then he reached out to me at provincials and really convinced me to come for a tour, and when I came for the tour, I really liked it here. And yeah, obviously we are a team of rookies, so it took some time at the start to really gel together, but our team is so motivated and we push each other so much. Every day at practice, we're always encouraging each other, pushing each other to be better, and I think that's a big part of why we got as far as we did this season, because everyone is always pushing each other. I'm so glad that I picked Conestoga. Just the environment, like I said, everyone's constantly pushing you to be better, but also supporting you if you need help. That's a big thing on our team. We always have mental health check-ins, things like that. So we're making sure that everyone's okay while also pushing you to be the best athlete that you can. I think that if we keep pushing each other, both on our team and throughout all the teams, the program's going to really good places. We have a lot of potential for sure.
I think as a person, I'm very dependable, and I think that relates to the court as well. I'm Rachel Odell, so I'm at Dune campus for Conestoga College at the General Arts and Science program, and I play on the women's volleyball team. I think it was honestly really good. I mean, we had 10 rookies on the team, and I think 4 returning players, so having a huge lineup of rookies, there was not a lot of thought that we would be a playoff contender or even really fighting for a home playoff game. So we were able to put it together. We ended up 9-9, so 500% win streak. Obviously, we were good throughout the season, but we just had this mindset change in our first 2 playoff games, in the Canadore game and in this Humber game, that it was just, we were not saying die, and it was fantastic to be in the culture. It felt like we were the best team. I think the best days are still ahead of us. We have so much talent, and we're only rookies and we accomplished so much. I think we just have really big potential. I don't want to like jinx it, but I know we're going to be a really top competing team in the next coming years. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. We had so many more laughable moments and more memories because we didn't care if things didn't look how it should. We got the point, and that's all that mattered. And I thought for a team that all of us never played together before, and it's our whole starting line, we gelled so well. We had such great chemistry on and off the court, so I'm really happy with our season. And so choosing Conestoga was the best decision I ever made in my volleyball career.
I think you just have to realize that you're not only doing it for yourself, you're also doing it for your team, for your school, like for everyone around you. Like, it's not just you doing these things, it's everyone. You have to push yourself so that everyone can get to where they want to be. I would love to see us win OCAAs. That would be great.